Stop what you're doing. You have to watch through to the very end to learn every detail. And you won't believe the news about Richard Thomas, 73. Fans worldwide are ecstatic about the actor who captured our hearts as John Boy Walton on the Waltons' official announcement that he will be returning to Walton Mountain for a brand new reunion special. Richard is leaving his current duties to take a trip down memory lane after decades of using his quiet strength to make us laugh and cry. We know exactly what we're going to get. When Richard Thomas was cast as the eldest boy in the Waltons, in the early 1970s, he immediately gained national recognition. John Boy's desire of being a writer was realized by his endearing grin and compassionate eyes. Families gathered in front of their televisions week after week to follow John Boy's journey, taking in each victory and failure as though it were their own. In 1973, Richard won an Emmy for his work in the 9-season series. However, he didn't simply relax and enjoy his success after the series concluded. From directing Broadway productions of 1776 and Long Days, Journey into Night to playing a wounded Vietnam soldier in The Americans, he took on difficult roles in theater, cinema, and television. Fans have frequently questioned whether John Boy will ever make a comeback throughout the years. Nothing stuck until now, despite rumors of reunion films and specials. The Waltons, Home Again, a 2-hour special that brings the rest of the ensemble together for an emotional look at the Waltons' current situation, has Richard Thomas as its official star, the network said in a statement. This spring, production will begin in Virginia, close to the original shooting sites, and will combine elements of the iconic series with new material. As John Boy makes his first trip back to Walton Mountain in decades, the show will follow him as he with old friends and family, and considers how much has changed and how much has remained the same. The fact that Richard is engaged outside of his acting career adds a great deal of significance to their reunion. He collaborated closely with the writers to make sure the plot stayed faithful to the Walton ethos, earning him the title of executive producer. He has stressed in interviews that this is an opportunity to examine themes that are still relevant today, such familial ties, community strength, and finding optimism amid difficult situations rather than just going on. A nostalgic journey. In order to remind viewers of why the Waltons became a touchstone for so many families, he wants them to experience the same sense of inspiration and solace that they had in the 1970s. Resuming a beloved role after over 40 years is certainly difficult. Richard has been candid about the difficulties of reliving John Boy's life. In an effort to recreate that idealistic youth, he has been reviewing his character's diary entries, watching movies, and rereading old screenplays for weeks. He has also sought memories and insights from other cast members, including the actors who portrayed his siblings, Dorothy McGuire's children, and Ellen Corby's widow. The support system they have established has enabled Richard to act authentically. Richard's life has been extremely hectic behind the scenes. He is still performing on stage and television at the age of 73, most recently in a recurring role on a popular detective drama. In addition, he wrote a memoir on his early days in Hollywood and his time on The Waltons, which became a bestseller. Nonetheless, he has a particular place in his heart for this reunion endeavor. He has stated that he learned more about life from portraying John Boy than from any other part, and he is thankful for the opportunity to carry on that tradition. When the show airs, he even intends to give speeches to kids on the value of family history and storytelling in libraries and schools. The days are already being counted down by fans. Hashtags like #WaltonsHomeAgain and #JohnBoyReturns have garnered thousands of likes and shares on social media. The show's campfire moments, Grandpa's wisdom, and the Walton family's straightforward yet profound values are the most cherished memories that viewers of all ages are sharing. A lot of people have said they hope the reunion would revive interest in the Waltons and introduce the show to younger viewers who might have only heard about it from their parents and grandparents. Nothing compares to watching Walton Mountain come to life on television, as anybody who grew up watching the Waltons knows. We all yearn to return there because of the comforting atmosphere of family gathered around the table, the sound of church bells, and the scent of wood smoke. We can be sure that Home Again will regain its appeal with Richard Thomas in the forefront. Make sure to mark your calendars for The Waltons, Home Again, which will feature John Boy and the rest of the Walton family returning to our living rooms this spring. You won't want to miss a second of it regardless of how long you've been a fan or how new you are to this iconic series. Make sure to subscribe immediately if you want to receive updates on the reunion's release date, cast interviews, and all the behind-the-scenes information. You only need to click to see the amazing comeback of Walton Mountain.